So, what are your kids seeing when they're playing their favorite video games? Some games, as you know, are supposed to be off limits for children. But how difficult is it for the kids to really get their hands on them? Well, we went undercover to find out. Chris Van Cleve is live in District Heights. He's got more on what we discovered undercover. Chris?
Well, Leon, we found a lot of stores, including the one behind us, selling age-restricted rated M games to kids. How do you know it's rated M? Well, it says right on the box. See the M there in the corner? It also says 17 plus. But we found more often than not this M might as well stand for sell to a minor.
True crime.
Even though virtually every major game retailer has policies prohibiting the sale of M-rated games to kids, clerk after clerk sold them without asking our kids their age.
I assumed he was old enough.
You assumed?
Yeah.
But you didn't ask him?
No.
Do you usually ask him?
Yeah.
15-year-old Malcolm Horton bought Scarface. Centered around a drug dealer, it's very violent and very popular. Malcolm's dad was very unhappy when he saw him playing it.
I don't want my son playing a game that's teaching him how to sell drugs. So, it's over the top.
This is 12-year-old Hugh and 14-year-old Jamie. They are relatives of some co-workers who are helping us out. They're going to go into a store and see if someone will sell them a rated M game. They're wearing a hidden camera and have one rule: they cannot lie about their age. Walking into Ballston Commons, would you think Hugh in particular is 17? When he tried to buy at EB Games, they told him no. But the same store sells to 14-year-old Jamie.
$18.89, sir.
At FYE, both kids were able to buy violent M-rated games.
Thank you.
But when we went back to FYE with Hugh, the clerk didn't want to talk. I'm trying to figure out why you sold a rated M video game to him.
I'm a post security. We don't allow
That's fine. How old does he look to you?
We don't allow cameras.
Okay. I'm just curious why you sold him a rated M video game. Does he look 17 to you?
We don't allow cameras.
Okay.
We don't allow.
Okay. Well, what's your corporate policy on selling video games to kids under 17? Because this says it's for 17 and over. Okay.
We don't allow cameras. If you don't leave now, I'll post security.
But the fact we were able to buy all these games isn't really a surprise to retailers. A 2005 Federal Trade Commission report shows 42% of the time kids were able to buy M-rated games. In our investigation, big box retailers like Target, Toys R Us, and Walmart did not sell to our kids, but the specialty stores did almost every time.
It really boils down to a clerk at a cash register or at a monitor, whether they're bypassing the systems that have been set up.
Patricia Vance is the president of the Video Game Ratings Board. She says the system works, but it's not perfect. So parents, it's up to you.
EA Sports.
Which has Robert Horton watching his son's gaming a little closer, even if he's no match for Malcolm's skills with the controller. Now, we put several calls into Game Crazy. They have not called us back for comment, but FYE did. We spoke to one of their senior vice presidents. He told us the clerks in our piece appear to be violating their company policy, and he said they're launching an investigation. Now, parents, some good news. If you have any of the newer video game systems, the Wii, the PS3, or the Xbox 360, there are parental controls inside those devices that will disable rated M games. And coming up at 11, we'll have more of our hidden camera investigation, including a way that kids can get their hands on violent video games without ever leaving the house. For now, we are live in District Heights. Chris Van Cleve, ABC 7 News.
Nice. Parents, before you leave your kids alone with the PlayStation, you need to see this ABC 7 investigation. Now, it's no secret that some games at least, are not for kids. There's even a video game rating system designed to keep mature games away from young players. But does it work? You may be surprised at what our undercover cameras found. Chris Van Cleve live in Arlington. He's got some answers for us tonight. Chris, what did you find?
Well, Leon, it really depends on who's behind the counter. Take this store behind us. We sent 2 kids in. Both came out with age-restricted video games. But it wasn't just stores that sold them to us. And as you can see, we had no trouble getting plenty of rated M games. ABC 7 hidden cameras show just how easy it is for kids as young as 12 to buy video games intended for a much older audience. But when we sent kids undercover into 8 area stores, half sold us games like the controversial Grand Theft Auto. At this Arlington Game Crazy, the clerk spent a lot of time talking to the kids instead of checking ages. Did he say anything about the fact you were buying a rated M game and you're clearly not 17?
No, not at all.
Did he ask you how old you were?
No.
Did he ask you for ID?
Nope.
Basically just asked for the money and then gave me the game.
So we went in to find out why they sold violent games to kids ages 14 and 12. Does he look 17?
But you know, honestly, I'm not even going to answer that question because I'm not at liberty to. So,
okay, but
please step out of my store. How about that?
No, you want to just tell us why? I mean, he's 12. Then
Would you please step out of my store?
Big box stores Walmart and Target did not sell to us, and while Toys R Us turned our kid away, at its website he was able to buy The Godfather using a Toys R Us and Visa gift card. Unlike most sites, ToysRUs.com and KBToys.com do not ask about age. We told Toys R Us our 15-year-old bought an M-rated game online, and the company is now promising changes. We are currently in the process of determining what additional steps we might take to deter online sales of M-rated titles to those under 17 years of age. Now, we've made several calls to Game Crazy, the store where we are tonight. They have not called us back. The Electronics Merchants Association, though, did give us a statement. This statement saying, at least in part, that they believe retailers are following the rules most of the time, but admit they do have some more work to do. Parents, something you can do is use the parental controls built into the newest video game systems, the Wii, the PlayStation 3, and the Xbox 360. Those can disable rated M video games. We're live in Arlington. Chris Van Cleve, ABC 7 News.
All right, good deal. Nice work there, Chris, and good advice for parents tonight.
Games so gruesome we almost can't show them to you. Where selling sex or selling drugs is your mission. Rated M for mature, these are intended for players 17 and up. Using a chainsaw to dismember. Or an officer's handgun to kill a cop.
You mommy.
Why do you have to swear all the time?
How about language and sexual situations we can't even show you on TV? Are these the games you'd want your youngster playing? Very adult video games.